For over 10 years, of course, he has been helping couples on the hit dating show First Dates. Now in his new book, Seriously British, Fred Sirieix has written, well, do you know what? It's a sort of love letter with a difference. I have a copy here. And Fred, always good to see you. Always good to see you. And it's seriously British because we've adopted you, let's be honest. You spent more time here than you have back home, I guess.
I came here in 1992 when I was 20, so that's 32 years ago. So, yeah, I have spent more time in Britain than I have in France. And I came here because it was my love of everything Anglo-Saxon and everything about the language. I'm an Anglophile and I love speaking English as a 14, 15 years old. So that's the first time I came
here. So you came here as a teen, first of all. Was that like on an exchange?
An exchange student, that's right, yes.
Ah.
And the thing that I loved, and my first encounter really with Britain was the lunchbox. You know, I was in a family for an exchange, you know, with another kid, and the mum of the family got me this Tupperware box. Inside there was an egg mayonnaise sandwich, some salt and vinegar crisps, a Kit Kat, an apple, and an orange carton. And for me, that was such a departure from what I was used to in France, a three-course meal, you know, the ritual, the religious sitting of eating every day a three-course meal and setting the tables. It was like freedom.
I love the way you say Tupperware again for me. Tupperware, you said.
Tupperware, yes.
Tupperware, that's how it should be. It would still be going strong if you pronounced it like that, I'll tell you. But you know what? It's lovely to have that. And there's a great picture of you in the front with a pint of beer.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, you're still, you know, France is always going to be where you're from, but it's home here. Would you say this is home?
It is here. Of course, I mean, my children are British. You know, my daughter is representing Team GB. You know, and
she did so well.
She did so well.
The bronze medal. Oh my goodness, I saw you, and it must have been so special for you to interview her in that way. It was lovely.
It was fantastic. But you know, when I went to Paris, you know, because we did so well in 2012, you know, for the Olympics.
Of course.
I was going to Paris. I was saying, I hope the French deliver because it was so amazing to be in London in 2012.
Yeah.
I was in the Olympic Stadium during the opening ceremony and thought, the French better deliver because when I'm going to come back to the UK, you know, I'm going to get it.
It was very French.
It was.
It was, shall we say, it was interesting and the weather was against you, but it was still an amazing spectacle. Both the Olympics and the Paralympics were just wonderful. So, yeah, your kids are from here. Of course they are. This is home.
But you know the difference, you know, with, you know, and this is what I talk about in the book. It's not just about my time in Britain, it's about understanding the Brits.
Yeah.
Because as a foreigner, you know, you come to the UK 32 years ago. Yes, I did speak quite good English.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between speaking English and understanding the Brits. Because Brits are very different from the French. I mean, the French complain about everything all the time.
But do we not complain as well?
Not
We're not quite as
much.
bad?
The Brits don't want to offend. You know, it's not in their nature. It's not in their character. You know, they'd rather say nothing. You know, for example, if you go to the barber, right, and you go in France and in the UK, in France, you know, they put the mirror behind you to check the back of your head. The Frenchman, if they're not happy, they would say, well, sorry, this is not right. This is not good enough. In Britain, nobody would say a thing.
Do you know, you're so right. And we apologise even when it's not our fault. Somebody bangs into you, go, oh, sorry.
This is what I've done in Paris. I was walking in Paris on the Champs-Élysées. I was so excited, you know, being in Paris, and the Olympics. Somebody bumped into me, and I turned around instinctively, you know, straight away. Oh, sorry. And this lady just passed. There you
That's what the difference is. But you know what I love? I love the fact that you celebrate things like the Brits sometimes are criticised for, like that very thing. I mean, I love the fact that you love the lunch boxes because we get criticised for our grub, which is unfair because the grub is good, and that we're grey and raining and dull and all of that, but you don't think so.
It couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I understand why the Vikings invaded Britain, you know, when they came, because they would have come on the shore, you know, and see this beautiful countryside, you know, the rolling hills, and they thought, everything is going to grow here. And that's why they came.
Oh, do you know what? It's so lovely. Your enthusiasm and your passion. And it's actually, sometimes it takes somebody that comes in somewhere, you know, that you've come from France, to show us what we've got, which is lovely.
I can say it, you know, I can say it unlike a Brit would do, because the Brits don't like to shout out about what they do. You know, people are reserved, and they don't want to say that they are doing great things because it's not in their nature.
No, it's true.
But I can.
I like how you've done this. It says Fred Sirieix, seriously British, but Sirieixly British. It's got your name on it, which, like,
it took me a while to get this title.
I see what you did there. Now, look, I'm going to give you a quiz. Is that okay? You have to tell me what is your favourite. Now, genuinely.
All right.
The Blackpool Tower or the Eiffel Tower?
The Eiffel Tower.
Has to be the Eiffel Tower. It has to. I would go with that. Would you like a chip butty, a piece and chips, as we would call it, or croque monsieur?
Oh, a chip butty, actually.
Would you have a chip
Oh,
butty?
yeah.
Do we have vinegar? Do we have tomato sauce? What do we have? Or just the chips with the salt?
I think I'll have a little bit of tomato sauce.
A little bit of tomato
yeah.
sauce. Good man. David Beckham or Thierry Henry?
David Beckham.
Ah!
I love Thierry Henry, and he's done very well in the Olympics.
He has done very well in the Olympics.
But I'm a big fan of David Beckham. I like
Me
his
too.
work ethic.
And everybody in Ireland would go for David Beckham as well, for obvious reasons. A pint of bitter or a glass of red wine?
Oh, a glass of red wine.
A glass of red wine?
Yes,
A glass of red wine. I'm with you on that one. Morris dancing, which I've never understood. Morris dancing or the can-can?
The can-can.
Oh, it's got to be the can-can.
I mean,
it's got to
come
be the
on.
can-can.
Have you been to the Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, I've never been to the Moulin Rouge.
I was there during the Olympics.
Were you? Was it good?
It was
naughty?
fantastic. It's very old school. I mean, it's like a place set in time. The food was delicious.
Yeah.
The spectacle was... It was okay. It wasn't the best, but I think for a night out and going to the, the iconic Moulin Rouge, I think it's something to do. It was
Absolutely.
fantastic. I'd recommend it.
I'm going to go. I think in the old days in the Moulin Rouge, they actually used to can-can dance with no pants on. No knickers?
No, they had
They'd
knickers
wear
when I went.
knickers now, thank you. It's 2024 after all. Fred's book, Seriously British, is out now, and it's a Frenchman's love letter to Britain. It's an absolute joy of a book. It really is. Made me feel so much better about myself. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Fred, it's great to see you. Thank you so much. And it is a love letter, which is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you.